Hi, this is Makonas Pogane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. Today I want to deal with traits of inclusive leaders. And I want to speak to you as a young man that when we live in this life, remember that people are needed and necessary for our lives. We need families, we need friends, we need people around us, because everything that we do, we must understand that people are needed, are necessary. And I want to emphasize that, remember that even prayers, when you pray into God, God answers through people. So in other words, you cannot do without people. You cannot isolate yourself. So therefore, if you are going to be a leader as a young man, you need to be inclusive, and that's what we want to speak about. But I want to speak about traits of inclusive leaders so that you can be able to learn this and become an inclusive leader yourself. Remember, as a young man, you might be a leader already, or you might be aspiring to become a leader. And also what I'm teaching you to be is for you to rise up and become a leader, because I'm developing leaders in this. I'm developing young men that will become a man of integrity and character. You might be right now ordinary people. But I want you to be extraordinary at the end. I want to develop young men that will become leaders. And that's the reason why I'm teaching so much about leadership into you as a young man, because I believe that if I do that, it will help you to rise up and become a better person one day. But I want to emphasize that when we speak about inclusive leaders, we're speaking about people that are culturally intelligent. Now, when we speak about people that are culturally intelligent, it's somebody who's cognizant that human beings are people from different cultures. They're people from different traditions. People are from different backgrounds as well, and also from different origins, because we are not the same. And that is why in this world, you'll find people that are different colors as well, different races. And therefore, because of that, nationalities as well come to play here. That a very inclusive leader will have all these dynamics in the know. And you will know that because of that. So therefore, you cannot treat people the same way. Now, we speak about people that are attentive to others' cultures. You adapt as required, therefore, as a leader, to make sure that you identify the culture of people that you're dealing with. And I must emphasize that there are times when, as a leader, you're dealing with people of the certain culture. And as you do so, you need to study them. You need to acclimatize and make sure that you understand them very well and where they're coming from, their approach, and you know exactly how they would approach certain things in life. Well, when you know them better and you know them well, that what type of people they are and how they approach things in life, it is going to help you as an individual to be able to deal with them in a more civil way. And you will be progressive, because remember also that culture is very sensitive. And everyone is sensitive about their own cultures. Now, if culture is going to be violated by you as a leader, you're not going to win the people. You need to be aware of what culture they are and respect their culture and align yourself to that culture so that you understand exactly who they are. And when you do so, you're going to drive their attention. You'll be able to win them to you for them to be able to follow you as a leader. Remember, as a leader, you should be able to inspire people. Good leaders are inspiring people. But you cannot inspire people when you are violating their own cultures, when you don't respect their culture, when you don't respect them as people. Because remember that culture, it actually speaks to who they are. It actually identifies the people. And many people know that their culture speaks about who they are. And that is the reason why, if there's any sensitive area of people's lives, is their culture. Now, as a leader, if you want to be inclusive enough, so please be cognizant of people's cultures. You might be leading a diverse culture leader, people that are with having different cultures. Those people that are following you are from different backgrounds, if they are. So therefore, be aware that they are from different backgrounds and learn their culture. And as you learn their culture, you're going to be well with them, in the sense of you will have wisdom also to bring the people together. Remember that if you don't know the cultures of individuals in your team, you're going to struggle actually to know how they behave. You're going to be struggling to know who they are actually and what they expect in a different way. Now, I want to emphasize this because it's very important. There are people that don't understand that when you address people, some people may look at you in the eyes, others may not look at you in the eyes. But there are different interpretations on this, because there are those that think that somebody that doesn't look at you in the eyes while you're speaking to them, they are dodgy, they are suspicious. They are actually people that you can suggest that they are hiding something. And there are people that believe that. But according to certain cultures, when an elderly person speaks to a young person, the young person is not supposed to look at the elderly person in the eyes, because that shows a sign of disrespect based on this culture. Now, if that is the case, therefore, it shows that it is very important that we understand as leaders cultures of people, so that we can actually deal with people based on their culture. It's very important. And I know there are some of you who say culture doesn't matter because people are people, and therefore you can treat them otherwise. But I want to emphasize today, as a young man, understand the fact that people are sensitive about their own cultures, and if you don't treat them appropriately according to their cultures, they will not listen to you. There are cultures that don't listen to women. There are cultures that undermine women. There are cultures that a woman cannot stand in front of men and address them. So therefore, if you ignore this and you send a lady to go and address men that are not wanting a woman to address them, you're going to have a problem, because you're not going to send the message across. You're not going to communicate anything. They're going to instead reject this person and not listen to this individual. And that's very important, therefore, that we understand the cultures, and therefore, as a leader, if you want to be all-inclusive, understand the cultures of the people and make sure that you align yourself, and you make sure that you also learn to understand and adjust yourself according to the cultures, so that you can respect the individuals that are in your team, so that they can be able to also be comfortable with you as well as you approach them. This is very important that we emphasize to you as a young man who is up-and-coming leader. Please be cognizant to become an inclusive leader in this regard, and make sure that culture is highly respected by you. I want to end up here today. Your host, Mike Spokane. Thank you very much for listening to us. This was part 1 of this great topic of traits of inclusive leaders. And I'm going to deal with part 2 tomorrow. So please join us as we deal with part 2 tomorrow of the traits of inclusive leaders. Also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also press that notification button to be notified when we post a video next time. And you shall follow us as a young man. Young Men Empowerment Forum is where we are. And may the good Lord bless you and allow us to say cheers for now.